The Himalayas are an important part of the global ecosystem, containing varied geographical terrain. The mountains are particularly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change as warming trends are higher in the region. The challenges for most communities in the Himalayas are related to the harsh geographic conditions, which are likely to be exacerbated by climate change. The economic well-being is highly interconnected with changes in climate and the environment. In areas with high gender inequality, women will be disproportionately hurt as agricultural farming systems and water availability might be altered. This is what climate change means to me and many mountain communities in Nepal.
The mountain communities are particularly vulnerable to climate variability and change because of their reliance on natural resources as well as their limited financial abilities to cope with shocks. I believe that understanding how communities respond to such variability can help shape effective climate change adaptation strategies. In 2012, I initiated a project called the Great Himalaya Trail, My Climate Initiative, in an attempt to understand the changing climate of the Nepalese Himalayas and to document the local community's perception of change in these mountains. To achieve this, I set out on a 98-day walk along the 1555-kilometer trail, documenting impacts of climate change through images and interviews. Walking about 20 kilometers on average every day, on altitude ranging from about 320 meters to 4,800 meters for over 3 months, my journey across the Great Himalaya Trail took me through the hearts of many villages in Nepal and the issues they face regarding climate and environmental risks. Along the way, I collected stories reflecting physical and social vulnerabilities, as well as stories of sustainable adaptation practices.
GHT continues to be better and better. It's not fun to get soaked in the rain at 3,500 meters. We just crossed Lamzira Pass and this is what we have. All wet and soaked and very cold. Very happy to be in a village.
While the issues across the different regions in the Great Himalaya Trail are similar, some issues seemed more prominent in certain regions than in others. For example, the Kanchenjunga region, that hosts the third highest mountain in the world, was marred by landslides. Severe weather events and new pests had hurt the cardamom farming in this region. Langtang Helambu region faced severe water shortages in the higher belts, forcing farmers to shift their agricultural fields to lower altitudes. On the other side, farmers in Manaslu Ganesh Himal region struggle with erratic rainfall. The voices of the mountain communities have failed to be represented in the global climate debate. This gap exists because oftentimes there is a disconnect between those living in cities and those living in mountains. I would like to encourage people living in cities to explore and experience the mountains, to see how communities are living and adapting to changing climate.